And welcome to Profile Pod TV. I'm your host, Double A, back for another spectacular episode of the pod. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big fish in the house tonight. Before we get to our guest, just a couple things, man. Remember, we are on the Social Nostra Network. Check out the Social Nostra Network for all your podcast needs. We got a variety of different podcasts. We got sports, we got Hollywood, we got lifestyle, we got entertainment. So there's a little bit of everything for you out there. So check out the Social Nostra Network. We are also on Pod TV as part of the Roku channel. If you have Roku, check it out. We're streaming on there, all of our podcasts. So it's just yet another way to check us out visually. If you're an aspiring guest to get on a podcast, check out the Profile Pod, man. The Social Nostra Network. We're on IGTV. We're on YouTube. We're on Pod TV. So there's a lot of big things happening. So it's a great way to get exposure. If you have a song, maybe you have a short film, maybe you're a small business and you want to promote, hit me up in the DMs, hit me up on Instagram, Profile Pod TV. Don't forget to subscribe right here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate all the feedback from the audience. It's always a pleasure doing that. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special guest from Brooklyn in New York. A place that I love dearly. I've been there one time, but I want to get back there. This gentleman, he's been hustling his ass off. He was just in Los Angeles recently. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's got major collaborations, video shoots, podcast interviews, just appearances everywhere. I can't keep up with this guy, man. And finally, we tracked him down here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome for the first time on Profile Pod, my man, out of Brooklyn, New York, JBlxss. What's up, man? How are you?
What's good, man? What's good? I ain't gonna lie, I like that intro. That was a fucking fire intro, bro. I really like that. Thank you, man.
Oh, man, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that, bro. Hey, bro. No, man, you deserve it, man, because you've been on the grind, bro. And like I said, you were just in LA and you were just here, you were there, you were everywhere. Man, how was your trip, man? Talk about that a little bit.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That trip was nice. I feel like there was a lot of things that were keeping me from going on that trip, to be honest. Like there was a lot of responsibilities I had to take care of over here that I did take care of, but that makes it harder for me when I get back. But yeah, there was a lot of things against me going out there. And like for a second I thought about it. I'm like, you know what, maybe I could postpone the trip for later on, maybe September, October, but something inside of me was like, nah, just go and just figure it out. And I came, I went, I figured it out. That shit was crazy. A lot of the things I did was unexpected.
Oh, okay.
It was just me being there at the right place, right time, and just me being me. I talk a lot of shit. I talk my way into situations,
That's that New Yorker coming out, right?
Hell yeah. You gotta make something out of nothing,
Right. No, man, I saw you on different podcasts and video shoots, and unfortunately, I couldn't get out there that one time. You invited me over, man. That would have been, that was really disappointed. I couldn't make that, but here we are, man. And how's everything going in New York today, man? How's Brooklyn today?
How is New York today? Well, New York is kind of, all right. Have you heard of the Versus battle?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so today was the LOX against JBlxss. So that's like JBlxss and his people against Cameron, and it just finished like around like 10 minutes ago. That might still be going on, I don't know. But that shit was crazy. So everybody out here excited about that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro. That's huge, man. Yeah, that Versus that thing got big, man. I think it got launched during the quarantine, right? During the COVID last year.
Yeah, but they did since this one is like artists from New York, they did it in Madison Square Garden, so it was just kind of crazy. They was doing it live from there. Michael Buffer was there. That shit looked crazy.
Oh shit. Yeah, bro.
That shit was.
I love that. Yeah, man. That's like I was saying, man. I love New York, man. I went there one time. I was there in December 2010, bro. And I love. One thing I really loved about it, JBlxss, is I didn't have to drive anywhere, bro. Coming from Cali, come from LA, I love the fact that I could get to the Bronx and then Coney Island, by not having to drive. That was a beautiful thing to me. I know it's a trek. It's a long trek, but I was loving it, man. I know. Yeah, I heard recently. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you definitely don't need a car for nothing out here. You can definitely take the train and you'll be everywhere you want to be. Except Long Island.
Oh yeah, of course. And I heard you speak recently on where you weren't too surprised by the the traffic here in LA coming from New York, right? And I think you mentioned that the Brooklyn to the Bronx, that's I think it's an hour long trek, right?
It's an hour and change if there's traffic, man. If there's traffic, that's gonna be an hour and change. But I don't know. It depends. You know what I mean? On the time of day, if it's a weekend, if it's a weekday. Because even like during the week, in the middle of the day, you got all the trucks coming from like New Jersey into the Bronx, coming through Brooklyn to New York. So there's always some kind of traffic. That
Yeah,
shit is.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, man. But yeah, New York, man, it was a beautiful place, man. It's for me. I was down in Coney Island. I mean, I was going for it, bro, because I always wanted to go to New York, man. As a kid, I always admired New York. I mean, still to this day, but that was like a trip of a lifetime, bro. Because the birthplace of hip hop. It's a mecca of all kinds of stuff, arts, movies, just museums, just you name it, bro. And
Yeah.
to actually be there was just like mind blowing for me, bro. I had a friend that was living in East Village, and he's from out here in Cali, and so I got to stay there. It was kind of nice. I didn't have to pay for a hotel and anything, but so yeah, man, I was all over, man. Downtown and what have you. Um, so you grew up in Brooklyn, correct?
Yes, sir. In Bushwick, Brooklyn. All of the schools that I went to were in Brooklyn. All the jobs I had were in Brooklyn. Everything is like mostly, like if I know the area, I'm comfortable. You feel me? Like if I'm like, I don't know, if I go to school in like the Bronx, it's different. I don't really know anybody in the neighborhood. I don't really know, like, if shit goes down, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm in the Bronx, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like, although we do travel from borough to borough, like we feel most comfortable in our borough. You feel me? So, you know, Brooklyn's a shit, bro. I love Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. No doubt. I was over, I think it's called Williamsburg.
Yeah, that's not too far from me. I'm in Bushwick. That's like
Okay.
probably 15 minutes from here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
we went over to Grimaldi's Pizza, and that was just bomb food,
That
bro.
shit is crazy, right? Good ass
Oh,
pizza.
yeah, bro. And then, went down to Brighton Beach, Coney Island, all that stuff, man. It's beautiful, bro. Beautiful,
For
man.
real. Well, you came in the summertime?
No, I actually came in December, bro. And
Damn, you went to the beach in December?
yeah,
That shit is
bro.
cold.
It was, hey, I was, like I said, bro, I was just being there was enough for me, bro. And, what type of kid were you though, JBlxss? Were you athletic? Were you always into music, bro? Were you always outgoing, or were you kind of quiet? What type of kid was JBlxss?
Not really, bro. I mean, what age we talking? Like 8, 9, 10, 7?
Yeah, exactly. From like, 9 to high school, bro. You know what I mean?
I would say I was like a quiet fat kid, bro, to be honest. Like I just stay in my place. I wasn't really outgoing or wherever, wasn't really into that, but I guess you could say like 6th, 7th grade, you feel me? When you trying to get girls and shit, you trying like the girls only like the dudes that talk shit, the ones that are badasses, the ones that are outgoing, and that wasn't me, bro. So I really wanted a girlfriend, and that wasn't the way to do it. So I had to like switch my shit up. So I remember one time I lost mad weight. I'm like, I bet I got it. Now I can just talk my shit and I get a girl. And I guess I manifested that, bro, at age 11, age 12.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from there it was like that. From there I was just like the dude that just chill, with a shorty and shit. I wasn't really like with like big crowds, mad people, mad guys. Like this is me and my shorty. Like I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. I relate to that, man, because I was kind of a quieter kid, kind of I was chunky, didn't very low confidence myself. I not to say that you weren't confident, but I personally
Oh,
speaking,
my shit was low. That shit was bad, bro.
oh, is that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I can relate to that, man. And I didn't really grow into my own until later on in high school, like 16, 17. But yeah, man. So musically speaking, though, like were you emceeing already? Were you kind of writing poetry, writing lyrics, anything like that at that stage? Your early
I
years?
feel like at a young age, like I fell in love with hip hop at like I want to say like 6, 7 years old. Like that was my shit. I loved it. Cause like it was a lot of curses and I wasn't allowed to curse, but the hip hop had the curses and all, you know, it was dope. I fucked with it. I really liked it a lot. My sister got me my first CDs, like the real my first official CDs that were mine. You know what I mean? It was Jay-Z Hard Knock Life Volume 2 and the DMX CD, Flesh My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Them shits were dope. And they were like the hottest albums that came out in hip hop that year. Like Jay-Z and DMX were on top. I think that was like 98 or something.
Yeah.
They were like on top. And I couldn't get those because every time I go to the record store, the store or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I want the CD, they'd be like, hey, so there's a parent's warning. Are you sure you want to buy your kid this? And you know, my parents don't speak English, but they understood that. They're like, oh, hell no, we're not buying you this. Nah, you got to do good in school, blah, blah, blah. So my sister would get me the CDs and shit. You know, she got it for me for Christmas. So yeah, it just came from like really just hanging out with her and her friends. You feel me? She's 10 years older than me. So if I'm 6, they're 16, they're doing what 16-year-olds do. Right. I'm just that 6-year-old kid that just tags along and doesn't say shit. Like I just keep my mouth shut. So I saw a lot of shit. I heard a lot of shit. You know, it was a lot of fun stuff. You know, I've been in some situations that were like, holy shit, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But it was cool. It was fun. It was fun. My sister always took care of me. She always looked out. So that's how the hip hop shit started. And then from there, it's like, all right, well, if I wanna hang out with them after dark, it's like, well, I got the CDs. You feel me? Like they don't got YouTube. How do they hear music? Hot 97 from like that's a radio station out here. From like 8 to 10 is a certain DJ, and they only play specific songs and specific things. But if you want to hear that particular Jay-Z song, how do you do it? I got the CD. What's up? I got the whole album. I have a book of CDs. Instead of toys, I get CDs. I'll be like, what you want for your birthday? What you want for Christmas? I want this CD. I want that CD. Let's go to get to, you know what I mean? That was my thing. Exactly. So I made sure I always like had my place outside. Like I'd be there with the radio playing my shit, you know? So I DJ my sister's parties, bro. That shit's crazy. Like, how the fuck is this little kid playing that shit? I knew all the good shit.
What's your sister's name? Shout out to the sister, man.
Shout out to Rosa, man. Rosa's the shit, bro.
That's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you only have one sibling? No brothers?
Nah, I got my sister. I got 2 sisters. I got my older sister, my younger sister. My younger sister, 4 years younger than me. So I think the first song that she memorized word for word was "Give Me the Loot" by Biggie. That shit was crazy.
Nice.
She was probably like 8 years old, bro. I corrupted that little girl. It was so bad.
Oh man.
But she gangster, bro. She independent. She don't play that shit. You know, she got that whole like New York attitude. But I feel like it's based off the music we listened to, the music we heard, because I feel like that just gives you that kind of like, you know, confidence and shit, you know, that people around us didn't really have, you know. We just grew up with the music we had.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. And how far are you from Bed-Stuy?
Bed-Stuy's probably 15 minutes from here. Yeah, I'm like Brooklyn is big. But I'm like on the side that has Bed-Stuy, Williamsburg, Flatbush, East New York. Like I'm on this side. The other side is Coney Island, Sunset Park. Those shits are kind of far, you know, like 45 minutes, 40, you know, an hour maybe on traffic. But yeah, I'm on this side, man. It's
cool,
dope,
man. Yeah. What about those Nathan hot dogs, man? By the way, I was loving I was loving those, man. And
I've had them. I know that they're really big. They're fire. They're good. But I don't know. I feel like growing up out here in New York is not really like a staple for us. You know what I mean? Because it's like that's some tourist stuff, to be honest. You feel me? And like most of the time we don't really do tourist stuff. If you're from New York, like if you're really from New York, you never saw the ball drop on New Year's. You probably went to the Statue of Liberty twice in your life, but that's because the school trips were to the Statue of Liberty. You ain't go on your own.
I got
stuff like that, you know what I mean? But when I got friends that come out of town and they come visit and shit, like, well, I definitely do tourist shit with them. That shit is fun as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, damn, bro, this has been here the whole fucking time, all my life, and I've never been here. Like, this is crazy.
That's good.
There's a lot of dope ass spots in New York that a lot of us don't really know about. Cause like I said, we're comfortable in our own borough, in our own, like, you know, with area we're familiar with and shit. Cause New York is nice and everything, but that shit's always been dangerous.
Yeah.
You feel me? Not like no gang shit, but it's like there's always somebody out there trying to rob you, trying to do something. You know what I mean? You gotta be on the lookout. You never know who's who, what's what.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, you bring that up, man, because I was in the subway. I was sitting down. The door is gonna close up. I was sitting right next to the door, you know, of the subway, and you know, we're just kind of waiting for everyone to board, and then I'm sitting there just minding my own business, bro, and all of a sudden, someone punches, like, kind of like shoves me in my head, you know, did one of these,
Yeah.
Just random, bro, random. I look and then I see that guy. I look through the window. You can see the guy run down. It was just random, brother. It was just, and then the guy across from me, he's like, "Yeah, you got to be careful. You know, just people do stuff like that." I'm like, "Okay, yeah." It was just a random thing, bro, and just,
Oh hell no.
yeah, it was weird, man. But yeah,
That's a
that's
fucking
my little.
like. What? All right. So from that, I say he probably baited you to go follow him because he got 5 people downstairs waiting for you. You feel me? Like that's what
Oh,
I would have thought. You see what I mean?
yeah,
Like my head goes straight there. That's some New York shit. Like
yeah, right. No, you're right. He
it could
probably,
get really crazy in a fucking heartbeat, bro.
damn, yeah. I never thought of it like that.
Hell yeah, bro. That was me all through high school, man. Like because I went to high school in like I want to say around Coney Island. I'm not from there. I'm from the other side of Brooklyn. I'm from over here, so I don't really know
Right.
anybody there. So I'd have to take like hour-long train rides by myself because all my friends lived around Coney Island.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
like in between Brooklyn and train stops, there'd be other schools I get on and shit. And it's like you always gotta be on the lookout because everybody's ready, bro. Especially if you're fresh. You gotta get girls. The only way you get them is if you're fresh. So I was fresh as fuck. But
Uh,
I attract a lot of negative attention too, you know what I mean?
very proud of your Ecuadorian heritage as well. You're Ecuadorian. Uh, were you born in Ecuador, or you born in New York?
Now I was born out here in Brooklyn. I was
Okay, you're
born and
born in
raised.
Brooklyn.
Both my parents came from Ecuador. They were born and raised in Ecuador, and then they immigrated over here, and then they started a new life, and they met each other over here. That's crazy, right?
Oh, okay. They met in New York. Okay.
They met out here, but they're
Yeah.
from two different parts of Ecuador. Like my mom's is from like the coast, it's like Miami-ish, like Miami vibes, and my dad is from like the mountainous regions. Like we in the mountains, we got farms, like we out here doing field work, like farm
Uh-huh.
work, like busting his
Okay.
ass working, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Different. But my mom's is like in the like I want to say like although it is the coast, there's also like a lot of like woods and shit like that. You feel me? Where they do a lot of farming and shit too. So you know they both grew up like from nothing, bro. Like
Mm,
they both came from like really, really, really poor situations and made it out here. So
for
yeah,
sure.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. Quito. Where's Quito? Is that in the what section is that in? Is that in the
I wanna
mountain?
say Quito's like in the center. You feel me?
Okay.
So if my dad is from Cuenca, that's like on the edge, but it's in the mountains, and then Quito's in the center, and then on the coast of Ecuador is like Manta. That's my mom's is from.
Gotcha, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got some Ecuadorian friends out here, bro. Some close friends, Ecuadorianos. Good people, man. Solid. Very proud of their country. Very proud of Ecuador, and
Yeah.
they're very very in tune with the culture as well. Toda la comida y todo. And we need some more Ecuadorian restaurants out here, bro. Damn. Now that I think about it,
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I saw any when I was out there.
I was about to ask you, did you find one by any chance out here? But did you get a taste? Did you taste In-N-Out while you were out here? In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, bro, In-N-Out is fire. I love In-N-Out. That shit is dope.
It's fire,
What else?
right? Okay.
We have mad shit. I tried the hat. I don't know if you know what that is, man. It's a
Oh,
restaurant
bro.
called Hat. We ordered
Bro.
some fries and shit. I almost ordered like it was me and my boy. I was like, he was gonna order fries. I was gonna order fries, but he just ended up ordering. And I saw how big those shits were. That's for
Damn.
like a family of 5, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, with the chili cheese fries.
Yo, they fucking put mad chili on that bitch. I've seen
Right.
that shit a lot out there though. A lot of chili cheese products and stuff. What's up with that? That's popping out there.
Yeah, bro. It's just, I don't know if you saw Tommy's. It's another chain.
I went to Tommy's too. Hell yeah, I had that chili burger, double
Yeah.
chili burger. That shit was fucking chili as fuck. Got a lot of chili in it.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just one of those things that, in California, right? That chili,
I
man.
mean, it's good. I don't mind it at all. That shit is dope. Out here, you rarely get chili. The only place you really get chili is Wendy's, bro. To be honest,
Is that right?
where else are you gonna get chili at? You know what I mean? It's like either
Mm,
pizza, sandwich, some halal food, some Dominican food. You feel me? Some Spanish food, but you don't really get chili like that unless
yeah,
it's like a
bro.
barbecue restaurant. But at that point, you're like dining in. You feel me?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned halal, bro. That was fire, bro. They have those stands out there, and then for like $5, man, they pile up the halal and the meat and the little styrofoam tray. Oh, bro, I was loving it, man.
That
Love
shit
it.
is good as fuck, man. That shit is dope. Who
Okay,
put you on?
fine.
Or you just saw a truck and you was like, I want to try that?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try everything, man. And then I went over to Cat's Deli over there. I was just loving it, bro. The meatball shop. I hit up just the mother. I forget some other shop, man. But everything was just amazing, bro. I just really enjoyed the food out there, man, and
Oh yeah.
the hot dog stands, and just a little hot dog out in the by Central Park or whatever. And but no, that was great, man. But I know you love Biggie. I know you love Nas. You're a big Nas fan. Uh, I think Biggie's your guy, though, right? And when it comes down to it, would you say that Biggie's probably your favorite rapper or biggest influence? Or correct me if I'm wrong, JBlxss.
I feel like, yeah, Biggie's like the number one artist that I first was like, yo, that shit is dope. That shit is crazy. Like, wow, I love hip hop. Like, I mean, Biggie was really big when I got introduced to hip hop. Biggie was at his pinnacle, you feel me, in his last like 2 years before he died. Like, that shit was crazy. So like, what's that song called? It's like fuck bitches, get money. That shit was on the radio when it first dropped. People were like, oh shit, that shit is dope. And I was like, I was a part of that. You feel me? Like I low key kind of remember that. Like it's not like, oh, I heard this Biggie song and when I was older and I liked it. Nah, I was there when the fucking radio played it. And I was little, but I still felt that vibe, Like
Yeah.
I saw how it was. Like Brooklyn was different. When Biggie died, Brooklyn, like you felt that shit everywhere. That shit was crazy.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I was.
But my guy, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my guy might be Jay-Z, to be honest.
Is that right?
Hell yeah, I love Jay-Z, man. His shit is dope, bro. Like, first, I want to say, like, yeah, I'm like, I got all his albums.
Oh,
Like, as they
I love
came
Jay-Z.
out, I got all of them shits. I knew all the words, all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like the lyrics that he spits in the beginning, the first two albums, like, he fucking put some crazy lyrics, like double entendres and rhyme words and shit that you'd have to research and look up. And it's like, I don't get it. But as you get older, you fucking get it. Like he's
Yeah.
spitting like
Yeah.
sophisticated drug dealer music. You feel me? Like someone that was a drug dealer and then went and got a degree, and he's like talking about, like
Yes.
that shit is crazy. Like as I got older, I appreciate.
Yeah.
Wow, Jay-Z's nasty, but I feel like he had to switch up his style as he got bigger. He had to switch it up. You feel me? To make it universal for all audiences, not just like sophisticated. Because he uses a lot of fucking words that are very specific that you need to like it turns you off. If you hear something you don't understand what the fuck he's saying, it kind of turns you off. You feel me? So I feel like Reasonable Doubt. It was a lot of songs like that.
Yeah.
A lot of songs with sophisticated words and rhyme schemes and patterns, but it wasn't like critically acclaimed. You feel me? It was like it's a classic, but it was a classic after. It wasn't a classic
Right.
during. When he dropped Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, the first single was like the one with the Annie sample that he used. It's a hard knock life for us, like that shit,
Absolutely.
When he used that Annie sample, that shit went crazy all through New York, bro. Like I remember that shit clearly. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like he do free concerts in the projects and shit. Like that shit was dope. Jay-Z was fire as fuck. And he'd be in Brooklyn. He'd be in all of these stores everywhere,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, when I get older, I'm gonna shop in that fucking store too. Fuck that. I did.
Oh man. But I mean, you can go on and on about New York City hip hop, man. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
right? It's the birthplace. It's the Mecca. It's you got everything from, I mean, De La Soul. You got Public Enemy, Wu-Tang. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. Now how influential were these guys now? For you as an MC, as a performer, how much. I mean, talk about that influence now, bro. Like when you do your own stuff, how does that play into your stuff?
I want to say now, I feel like everything just changed. You feel me? Like now, everything I grew up on and everything I wanted to fucking be like and everything I wanted to like, like everything I wanted to aspire to is like everybody just forgetting about it now. Like people when DMX passed away is when they were like, damn, he was really that big. Motherfucker, he was bigger than that. Like DMX was a fucking superstar, bro. Like he was in fucking movies. Like he was in a lot of action movies that at the time,
Yeah.
everybody was like, he was the fucking Vin Diesel at that time. Even though it was only like a year or two, but everybody wanted DMX in a fucking movie. That shit was crazy.
True.
Yeah, and that was coming off having 2 platinum albums. Like there was no streaming. You gotta sell hard copies, bro. There was like that was hard work. He fucking busted ass. But I feel like a lot of people just have just been forgetting about all the shit I grew up on. You feel me? So it kind of sucks, but it's also like I'm grateful that I remember it. I'm grateful that I'm able to like, like remember those things and really take those lyrics and those songs. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna flip this one. I'm gonna flip that one. I'm gonna do something. And a lot of the times when I have like songs and lyrics, I kind of like take like an old cadence from a Mobb Deep song, and I take that little part and that little flow, and I'm like, I'm gonna put it here, but use my words. You feel me? Kind of like paying homage to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm able to do shit like that, and like whoever knows, they know. They're like, oh shit, I saw you did that. That was dope. I'm like, yeah, but if you don't get it, you're like, that shit is still dope, But I just have fun with it, bro. I have fun with it. Like I don't forget. That's all my shit. That shit is dope. All the music that's out now is cool too. It's dope. It's really good, but nothing's gonna beat that classic shit. That shit is different.
No, right? I mean, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. I think in life, bro, there's just so much about life, the different, for example, like you said, man, you're looking at the traffic, sitting in traffic on a trip, you're looking at the same over and over, it gets boring, having the same type of food all the time, same type ice cream, cereal. I mean, little things like that. I think there's so much that life has to offer, so much variety, so many cultures, different types of food, different types of sights and sounds and colors. And I appreciate that, bro, because, I like to enjoy all those things of life, all those parts of life, myself. So I totally relate to what you're coming from, man. I like that, man. And I especially the packs with Young Bunny and, Hustle and Roxy, those videos were really, really, like you said, visually stimulating. And then,
it was just all different, right?
yeah. I know. I was trying to get a handle. Like it's almost like you can't get a handle on like you're keeping the audience intrigued.
Yeah, and all those songs. You said Roxy, right?
Yeah.
Roxy's a fucking EDM, not even EDM. That shit is like a feel good like pop song. Hustle is like an ASAP Rocky dark like angry fucking song. Pax is like this bubbly trap shit. You know what I mean? They're all completely different. And so depending on what the song is, like it's a different vibe. So I feel like what I try to do best is I try to catch the vibe of the song on the video and show the audience like, look, this is the vibe. So you can see the vibe. Not only listen to it, but you can see it too. You feel me? So that's what I do.
I think you capture that really well, man. And another element, no, you're welcome. Another element, is you throw in the Spanish.
Yeah.
Espanol, bro, and that's another layer.
Yeah, I fuck everybody up with Spanish. They're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. But that's the hard part. You see what I mean? Like, because there's no like, what's the fuck? There's no blueprint for what I do. There's nobody that raps half English, half Spanish. There's people that do Spanglish, but nobody's good in English. And they're like, holy shit, he can fucking rap in English. And they're like, holy fuck, he can also rap in Spanish. You're either good in Spanish and you can kind of rap in English, or you can rap really good in English and kind of rap in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I had to take like some time. I had to take like a year and really perfect that Spanish shit. Because I was at a point where it's like, the English shit, I got it. Like, I know I got it because my roots come from all of this, from DMX, Jay-Z, all this hip hop. Like, it comes from like this classic New York hip hop. Those are my hip hop roots. So, like, in English, I got this shit. I got all those verses memorized. Like, I know all about that. You feel me? So I really had to go for that year and really look into the Spanish shit and see what inspires me and see how I want my flow to sound. How, where does that aggression come from? Where does, you know what I mean? It was different. It was hard. But I feel like when I was able to find that, then I had to fucking blend the two and mix it and almost seem like that transition was effortless. You feel me? Where it's like I'm spitting in English and then it just came out of Spanish, but it was like, whoa, that shit sounded cool and it kind of rhymed and it kind of flowed. Like, that's a whole nother thing too, bro. Like, that took some time. So the moment I was able to really do that shit, I was like, I think we got it. And that's when I found my sound. So I'm like, this is what the fuck I'm doing. But a lot of people hearing that, it's like, it's the first time they hear something like that. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, so you understand Spanish? They're like, yo, this shit is dope. If you don't know Spanish, you're like, well, I don't speak Spanish. You feel me? But most of the time, I still got you. I still got you because that English part, you really fuck with it.
Yes. Absolutely,
you feel me?
Bro. Yeah.
Oh,
See, for me,
it took a lot of work, bro. It took a lot of work. I had to make up my own blueprint, make up my own shit, do it my way, do it how I do it, and I feel like I figured it out, and I'm still figuring it out every day. You feel me? And it gets more complicated when I do features. Imagine that shit. Pax is trilingual. That shit is English, Spanish, and Japanese.
oh shit, that's
That
right.
she's spitting some Japanese and that shit. That shit is fire.
Damn, that's right. Yeah, that's a trip, man.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it still worked out. The video looked good. The fucking song sounds fire. Everything is crazy. So I just been blessed to be able to just stay focused and just do my thing, you know, and really like have success from that. Because you know, I really bust my ass working on my shit. Like if I work on a song, I like wrote it. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go back and hear it. I don't like this part. That could be better. You know what I mean? I always go back and try to perfect it. And then when it sounds right, like there's no question in my mind. That shit is right. I don't gotta change it.
Yeah, yeah. How long you been doing this now, man? How long you been taking this seriously now, performing and as an MC and everything?
I want to say I've been writing raps since I was in like fucking 8th grade. We used to write like little raps in our notebooks and shit. It used to be me and my boy. And we'd go for lunch. This is when like 8 Mile came out, right? When Eminem was hot. Like this was before 8 Mile came out, but this is when like Eminem was hot and shit. Like we go at lunchtime and we like rap back and forth, and he'd write his rhymes in his book and I had my rhymes, and we just like spit back and forth, and people be like, oh shit. But yeah, man, that's how it started. I take like some Big L raps because nobody knew about Big L. They're like, who the fuck is Big L, right? So I'm talking like this is the year 2000, 2001. Big L just died 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And Big L wasn't even like at his peak. Big L wasn't super popular when he died. Big L was just Big L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got famous after he passed away. But I fucking heard about Big L. I was like, yo, so I took some of his rhymes and I'm there spitting that shit. And one day I just killed his shit. And he was like, damn, what the fuck? I fucked his whole shit up with some Big L rhyme. You know what I mean? Yeah, but later he figured out that I had used a Big L shit because he started listening to Big L. And yeah, but from there it was just like poetry, stuff like that. You feel me? Like rapping was for the real gangsters, bro. Motherfuckers out here killing people in the streets, selling drugs. Those are the motherfuckers that rap out here. I had no business fucking rapping at that age. I'm just chilling with my shorty. Like I ain't doing. Like I knew a lot of people that were doing gangster shit. I knew a lot of people that definitely could have been rappers and they would have been good. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess later on, but I guess rap also changed and it evolved. Like, you feel me? Like when Kanye came out and he got hot, that was different. Like, you don't gotta be a gangster to make music. You gotta be a thug to do hip hop. He changed the whole fucking game. So when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, bro. And I love hip hop. Maybe I could like do something. I don't know. But I just took like poetry and put it to a beat, and then from there little by little. But you know what I mean? I want to say like 2016 I started going to the studio for real for the first time. Like I had the courage to really go out and try it. I had no connects, no contacts, nobody told me how to make music. I never went to the studio. I learned everything on my own, GarageBand, shit like that, on my laptop, trying to figure out how to do a beat, how to record myself. Can't ask nobody for help because I don't know anybody that does this shit, you know what I mean? So it took a lot, bro, like to start from like zero, like because I had no experience. Nobody around me had experience. And, you know, I was really shy about it. I wasn't trying to tell nobody about it. So I just kept the shit to myself, you know what I mean? So to start from zero to really like, I hear some of my shits from back in the day. Them shits are so trash, but it's like that was good because it was me trying to get it out, me trying to figure it out, trying to learn it.
Yeah.
But I want to say like, you know, when I decided to really hit the studio, I was like, all right, we're gonna try this shit out for real. And there was a lot of pressure on me, and I had a lot of pressure. I put a lot of pressure on myself, you know. I was like, I'm gonna work with this engineer, and he works with. I knew at the time he was working with some fire ass fucking artists, bro, like some good ones out here in New York. So I'm like, if I go to the same engineer as these motherfuckers and he's impressed with my shit, I'm a good fucking rapper, you feel me? But it took some time to get the like, yo, that shit was dope. It took me like a good 5, 6, 7 sessions, like 2 hours every session.
Yeah.
So that shit was like discouraging, but I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going back. So by the 7th time I went, it was like, oh, that shit was dope. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, because he knows about hip hop. He knows about that New York shit. And yeah, man, little by little, I just kept going and improving and making songs. I didn't really release like a lot of the shit that I worked with him. It was just little by little, you know, and I don't know. It takes a lot more than just making songs. You got to promote.
Oh yeah.
You gotta put the shit out. You know, you gotta tell people about it. You gotta really put yourself out there. You gotta go, and I just really wasn't about that at the time, you know. But I think when I
Yeah.
shot my first video, I was like, you know what, fuck that. This is what we're doing. This is it. And I put myself out there, and that was, I want to say, like 2018.
Okay.
But my issue was that I shot the video like in July. I probably put it out like August, September, and I was off of that high. Like, oh my god, I did this shit. My first official video for like a year and a half. You feel me? That was a whole year that I could have been pushing other shit, working, doing things, but I was like, nah, bro, I did it. I fucking made it. The shit was like probably like 400 views, 450 views over a year, and I was like, I don't know. You're clearly not gonna get nowhere, bro. Like a whole year, all you got to show for that shit was 450 views. You feel me? And your shit is not even out professionally or nothing. Like,
yeah.
the fuck is that? So I don't know. Little by little, I was just doing shit like that. But once again, it was a learning process. I had nobody around me that was doing music that was consistent. I had nobody around me that was doing shit like that. It was just me at my own pace. You feel me? Everybody was just happy. Like, holy shit, you really made a video. This is so cool. You're really doing it. Little did I know that was just the beginning, bro. Like, that's fucking nothing. Hell yeah. I was just scratching the surface, yeah.
Right.
So when the pandemic hit, I was like, yo, fuck that. Like, all the artists were freaking out because all the shows got canceled. They didn't know what the fuck to do. And all the people that were like just getting hot, like they got slowed down. Obviously, that was a bad thing, you feel me? But I'm like, shit, they were all getting hot. Everybody was listening to them and looking at them, and they're not anymore because they slowed down. They don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like, all right, this is the time for me to really fucking do my thing and just come at them with some fucking crazy visuals and just get really crazy, you know? So that's what I did. And it was like around the same time the pandemic hit, like that whole process of me taking the English and the Spanish and finding my sound, it happened around that time. Okay. You feel me? It's not that I found my sound like a year before the pandemic. As the pandemic hit, I found my sound. And then I was like, nah, now we're going to really do this shit for real. So I was just working on music for like 4 or 5 months. And then I put a budget together. And then little by little, I just started that little avalanche that came. Like, I had to do another video. So the first video I dropped was Big Booty Pants. That shit is crazy. I rented out a whole fucking club illegally, right? Because in the pandemic, everything was shut down. You can't open nothing. You can't have nobody. I illegally rented the fucking club. I had a fucking car, sports car, that Jaguar shit, like the $100,000 Jaguar. I had like a model come. I was supposed to have another model, but she actually caught COVID. That shit was crazy. So she couldn't come. I was like, fuck. She could stay ass home, you know? So yeah, man, it was a good variety of scenes and shit in that one. And that's the first time I brought out the Ecuador flag, because I'm like, this shit is gonna be dope. It's gonna be super professional. It's gonna look professional, and I'm gonna represent somehow. And I brought the big ass flag. I'm like, nah, bro. So at the end of that video, you see the Ecuador flag, the girls blowing hookah, you got the bottles, you know? So it was dope. I like the feeling. It was amazing. But you know, people were just like, whoa, what the fuck? That's cool. Like, everybody was shocked. Like, holy fuck, that looks really professional. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Like, I'm not fucking playing. But still, like, the views weren't even high like that. You feel me? So that's discouraging for a lot of people. A lot of people would be like, yeah, all right, that's cool. They just stay there. Okay. But what motivated me was like, nah, I don't give a fuck. Like, I have 6 more songs that I wrote in the pandemic that I went and I recorded professionally because I found a new engineer that was really fucking good. Not that my other one is bad, but you know, this one can do other stuff, you know, that I go to for like different vocals, different shit. Yeah. And we mixed probably like 6 sick fucking songs, bro. And I mean, like, recorded 6. I mean, for every song, I had to be in there with him for like 3 or 4 hours, mixing, mastering, doing everything. So that's what, like 30 hours of straight mixing just for 6 songs. They were good fucking songs. And slowly we just started bringing them out. So every video was a song that I was trying to put out, because those 6 I already had stashed. Today I'm working on another song. Tomorrow I'm going back to him. I'm working on another one. So it's like, I gotta put these shits out because I keep making more music and I can't stop making music. Like, I'm fucking going crazy with it. So I gotta keep putting these shits out. Yeah. And I feel like people don't really listen to your music unless you got a video. If you're somebody, if you got a big following, then you could put out a song and people listen. But if you're fucking nobody, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna fucking hear your shit. You know what I mean? They barely watch your videos. Why the fuck would they hear your song?
You want to see your video, huh?
Hell yeah. So I had to do it like that, bro. So I was like, fuck it. So it was just an avalanche every 2 weeks, putting out a different video, different thing. And I just went crazy with it, bro.
Wow, man, that is man, yeah, because I see you, man. You're just like a machine, bro.
Had to, man. And
Yeah.
it was just nonstop from there. Like it was Big Booty Pants, then Henny 2, then I recorded Hustle on an off day because it was I had access to a factory space for 2 days, and I was like, fuck, I can only record Sunday or Monday, and it's free. Yo, bro, can you come Monday? Let's do it. Hey, model, can you be there Monday? What's up? I'll order you this shit on Amazon Prime. Get the fucking outfit, get the thong, get this, get that. Everything's gonna be black light. I'm gonna order like 10 fucking black lights and return them tomorrow. You feel me? Like I bought like $500 worth of lights and returned them shits after the shoot. Fuck that. I gotta do what I gotta do. We had like UV bubble machines. Like you saw when the bubble popped on Shorty's butt as she was twerking. That shit was crazy. I lived for them shit. That was dope. That
Oh
shit was so
man,
dope.
I love it,
But
bro.
yeah, man. And then Roxy came little by little, and then so it's just I don't know. I got used to working at that pace, like desperation. Like nah, I gotta put this out. I gotta put this out because I knew when outside opened up again. Ain't nobody gonna fucking listen to me when they got fucking all these albums that are dropping, all these videos that are coming out. Everybody got caught off guard. That's
Yeah,
where that desperation came from. Nah, I gotta do this shit now. I need to keep the people satisfied throughout the pandemic. I have to do it.
yeah.
So that's what it was. You feel me?
That's a good point, man. That's a good point, brother. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
man. What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in the game, bro? If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be? What other interests do you have? What other profession would you be involved
I
with?
went to school for psychology. I got a bachelor's in psychology. You feel me? I was trying to get my
Oh,
master's, but I'm in fucking debt off of my bachelor's. Like I've been dead. So to be in
same.
debt from your bachelor's to then go get your master's, that's a whole nother loan. That's crazy debt that I'll never get out of. And I don't know, it's like psychology is dope. Psychology, I love psychology, you feel me? Because it teaches you how to deal with people, especially on the streets and shit. You feel me? From psychology came different ideas and different things that I had to make money throughout, throughout my life. You know what I mean? Like you can read people, you can see how people are, how they react, like it teaches you
Yeah,
a lot, bro. Psychology is so fucking gangster. That shit is gangster as fuck.
it
I
really
love that.
is, man.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll probably be a psychologist. You feel me?
yeah, yeah. You said something though, bro, and another interview that really resonated with me because I've worked with different various industries, different jobs, good jobs, that I've had in the past, and you said the same thing, bro. Like you've had some good jobs, and um, but none of those jobs really fulfilled you, like the way that performing does it and emceeing does, and I was like, that's totally like, how I feel because yeah, like I said, I've had some good jobs, man, but I love doing this, bro. This is like, I want to make a living doing this,
Hell yeah.
So that's like you said that, bro. I was just like totally relate to that, man, and um, you know, I think what is it about though for you, JBlxss, about performing, about being an MC and doing what you're doing? What do you love so much about it, bro?
Um, it starts off with the song, to be honest. Like, let's say right now, like I'm going through a breakup. You feel me? And I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. That shit got me tight. And I'm like, yo, like it's a bad day for me. You feel me? For an example. I'm like, I just want to fucking drink. I want to get fucked up. I'm so fucking upset. And I'm like, fuck that. Let me find a beat. And I found a
Mm.
fucking beat, you feel me? Some like fire ass, like soft violin with like a hard bass line. And I'm like, I come in on that kind of like fucking energy, you feel me? And that song could be some crazy shit. You're gonna hear the pain, the aggression, everything on the song. Not necessarily talking about the breakup, but I'm like, yo, fuck all that. Like, nah, bro, like fuck that. You know what I mean? So
Uh,
just capturing that feeling at that moment with that song, but that's what it is. Every song you hear from me, you're capturing a moment in my life. You feel me? Like
yeah,
I always think about this shit is crazy, right? Like whenever you hear a song, that's like a whole day of my life that I gave, like really giving in my everything. So you're really hearing like the fucking work that I really put into it. It's not that I just like, all right, cool. I have these lyrics in this book. Let me put it to this beat. That sounds cool. Let me rap it real fast and send it out. Nah, bro, everything is like an emotion. Everything is something like personal to me. You feel me? So if there's a song, when people are like, yo, I like this song, I'm like, yo, thank you. That shit means a lot to me because it's like all these songs are my babies because every single song was a particular fucking thing. Like, there's a lot of metaphors and shit. It's not literally what happened to me, but a lot of them capture different moments of my life and different things that I went through. And I'm just like, nah, we got to put a visual to this shit. Like, I need to see the whole thing go out. You know what I mean? So it's like that, bro. Like the songs are really personal to me. And it's like just creating the shit. And it's like when I'm done making the song and I'm like, I just make references. When I'm done with the reference and I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I created that. That shit sounds so crazy. What the fuck? And then I just can't believe that I did that because I remember where I came from. You feel me? I remember I was that fat kid that was too shy to say anything to now being this fucking person that wrote some crazy shit that's gonna make everybody go fucking crazy. Like I think about all of that when I make the song and I'm just so grateful and I'm like, yo, this is so crazy. Like I get so happy. It's like the best feeling in the fucking world being able to create some shit. And not just creating a song like, oh, that was a cool song. It's gonna be a successful song. It's like, no, like people are gonna fuck with this shit. And I'm like, I feel like it's almost cheating because it's like, this is a personal song for me that caught what I was feeling, and people are gonna fuck with it. What the fuck? That shit is perfect to me. Hell yeah, this shit is fire. That shit is crazy to me. So that's pretty much the process, bro, of how it is and what I do. And I just love creating that music. But one thing that was crazy to me is that I feel like maybe my biggest fear, right? So it started off with me being shy. So I really didn't tell anybody I did music like that until the music video dropped. And I was like, hey, yeah, I make music. Look, this is my video. You feel me? Like, but that shit was scary to put myself out there because it's like, what are people gonna think? Because once again, these songs are so personal to me. For somebody to say, yo, that shit is whack, that shit is trash, that shit is corny. It's like, really? Like, that's my life, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
Like that moment I had, that feeling of happiness is like you're just taking it away because you're not reacting how I thought you were gonna react. But I'm like, later on, I figured out like, yo, fuck that, bro. I fuck with it. I do it for me, and eventually the people that fuck with my music, they're gonna find my music. My audience hasn't found me yet. When they find me, they're gonna fuck with it. So it's like I'm gonna just keep doing shit for me, and then when people like it, the people that like it find it, I'm gonna be fucking good. But I wasn't scared to perform, bro. I never wanted to perform. That was the scariest shit in the fucking world because now it's like I'm taking these personal fucking songs, these personal moments of my life, and now I'm showing it to everybody. Like that shit was so hard, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I never wanted to do that shit. That shit was so scary. So I was trying to postpone that as far as I could, bro. So while I was making all these videos, I think it was when I was recording Roxy. Roxy is like the 4th video that I did when I was on that run. I'm still on that run. I haven't stopped. Roxy's the 4th video that I did, and I was like, fuck, man, I gotta perform this shit. Oh, damn. I was nervous. I'm like, fuck. But nah, man, I don't know what happened. I think there was like a tour with John Z. John Z's like a really big rapper in Puerto Rico. He got songs with Anuel, Bad Bunny, all that shit. John Z.
What's his name? John Z. Okay.
John Z's a dude with the blonde curly hair. He smokes a lot of weed and shit. You feel me? So they had a tour coming to like New York, Boston, and Rhode Island. And I saw this shit from one of the promoters, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, let me see if he needs people to, open up for him. So I hit him up. He was like, yeah. We still need people, but it's gonna be this much. I'm like, fuck, bro, that's a lot of money. Like, fuck. They don't know me. I don't have any connects. Why the fuck would they put me on? You feel me? When you could put a next artist that's like really big and doing this fucking thing.
Right.
So it's always like that, bro. I always tell people like you gotta pay what it is until like your name is like your name brings that shit for free. Like you gotta pay your way, bro. You gotta pay your dues. That's what it is. Everybody gotta pay their fucking dues. A lot of people want shit for free. They don't want to pay for shit, but it's like there's no way around that, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for free.
Right.
Like you gotta pay your dues. So I did that. And that was my first time performing in front of like a big crowd. And I was nervous, bro, but I fucking did it. I was like, I started the performance. I was kind of nervous. And then halfway into it, I'm like, nah, like, I remember writing this fucking song, like fucking like happy as fuck. Like, this is my shit. I was performing Big Booty Pants. I was like, nah, I'm about to go in. So I go and I spit into Spanish and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. And I just kept going in. And people like, I was in the room before I started performing and I met people and I saw people, hey, what's up? How you doing? I was next to people and I was performing. They looked at me different. They were like,
Oh
what the
shit.
fuck? They were in shock. They were surprised. They were astounded. They were like excited. Like, holy fuck. Like, I just shared a blunt with him. Like, and I saw that shit and I'm like, all right, this shit is cool, bro. Like, I could do this. I'm good at public speaking. Like, it's not an issue for me. But in this time, instead of memorizing a PowerPoint, I'm just singing my shit that came from my heart.
Yeah.
And so I think that tour was 3 days. And on the last day, I killed that shit, bro. I fucking I prolonged my performance, right? I do this shit. I prolonged it so I could like spit my whole shit in front of homie's manager, in front of his DJ, in front of his squad, his gang, and they all pulled up while my set was on.
Okay.
That shit was crazy. But then, you know, I try to perform everywhere I can, you know what I mean? So I get better and better. But I feel like now I'm at a level where it's like my confidence is up there, bro, in every aspect. Like in a video, in an interview, in a fucking performance, anything. Like the confidence is there. I tried it all because a lot of people, if they're scared of something, they're scared to do interviews, they're gonna do a little interview, a 5-minute interview. You know what I mean? Like my first real interview, what was it with? I think it might have been the Rhodium, bro. Like my first real in-depth interview. That was a big fucking interview. You know what I mean? That was
like last week? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Like a real in-depth, like let's sit down and really talk about this shit. Like that was last week, bro. So it's like when I do something, I throw myself all the way in there. Like, oh, you don't know how to swim? We're gonna go into the Olympic 30-foot fucking pool. We're gonna dive off the shit. That's how we're gonna learn how to swim. That's what I do. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because if it's meant for you, then you gotta do it, bro. This is what it is. You're gonna do it or not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just did it. So then little by little, it got better, it got easier, and now I'm good. You know?
Yeah, no, man, that's you're an inspiration, bro. You really are, man.
Thanks, bro.
You've come a long way, brother. You've come a long way, and oh, yeah, man. So what's next for you, brother? What's next what's on the horizon?
I want to say now what I started with originally was creating that sound. So I'll probably drop like, I don't know, maybe 12 songs by myself, 12 whole songs by myself, half English, half Spanish. And then I started doing features. You know what I mean? So the features that I picked were really fucking fire, bro. Like they're all pre-picked. And when I do a feature, I pick, let's say I want to do a song with Bella, I'm listening to all of Bella's songs. I'm listening to all her bars, all her shits. I'm trying to see like where her, like, you know, how her versatility is. I'm trying to see like, where's like her best bars? Where's her best shit? At what point does she do her best? And I'm like, you know, pick and choose the best shits that I love. And then I'm like, all right, now I got to find a beat where I know she can kill that shit. So like, I think a lot of people, when they do features, they don't really cater to the feature. I cater to the feature always, because it's like, I'm doing the feature for a reason. You feel me? I wanna be able to engage their audience as well. You feel me? Like that's the point of a feature, right? Like I want to engage Bella's audience. I can't engage Bella's audience if I'm doing a fucking drill song, like a Pop Smoke song, and I'm like, hey Bella, get on this Pop Smoke song. Like it doesn't really make sense. I could probably do it. She could probably kill that beat, but it doesn't really make too much sense. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So, and it's a low percentage that they'll do the song with you. You only get one chance when you're asking somebody for a feature. You only get one shot. They're only going to hear you out one time. And it usually happens when you got money. All right, what's the deposit? Boom, I'll send it. Here's the song. And you got one shot with that. They don't fuck with the song. You got to figure it out. Yeah. So I kind of cut all of that and I eliminate everything and the iffiness and I make sure that they like it. Like they have to like it. So I make sure that I do my thing. I kill that shit. It's the best bars that I can spit. It's the best that I can do. And I send it out, and every single time, bro, they fuck with it. I never get a song like returned like, yo, I don't know. Wow. Nah, they're like, yo, that shit was dope. I'll give you blah 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 next week. I'm like, all right, cool.
Wow, very
you
cool.
know what I mean? So that's it, bro. Just working on different features, just trying to get big in Cali out there. You know, little by little, it's working, it's happening. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
what I'm trying to do is global, bro. It's not just like regional, you know. I'm not trying to get big in New York and just Cali. I'm trying to get big in Japan. I'm trying to get big in Ecuador, South America, like Mexico. Like, let's do it, bro. Like,
yeah.
Every single song, if you look at them, they're all different because each one caters to different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Roxy is more for like Spain and Europe. Axe is for Japan. You feel me? Beretta's for Cali. I don't know if you saw Barrios Unidos and Trauma that I did with Miss Gatis. That's for Mexico, bro. They fuck with that. That's for Mexico and South America.
Love it.
I'm doing some reggaeton shit too that I'm working on now, and that's gonna be for like South America, Colombia, because they really fuck with reggaeton and shit. So little by little, I can go taking over these regions and get my name out everywhere. And then eventually, when everybody's like, "Yo, this shit is dope, this shit is crazy," I put out album after album after album. Eventually, it'll all come together, and then it's just a global fucking tour, bro. We don't play that shit. You know what I mean?
Wow, man. I love it, brother. I love the idea. I love the concept. I love the approach, the scheme, the plan, man. You know, JBlxss, man, I want to thank you for coming on, man, because you know it's an honor just having you here. I'm humbled, bro. I really dig what you do, man. I love what you do.
Appreciate it.
Everything you stand for, bro. You're a smart dude. You're a professional, man. You're a hard worker. You're ambitious. Everything you need to be successful, man. That's all you, brother. And before we go, brother, can you let the people know where they can find you, follow you, all that good stuff, man? Plug your stuff, man.
Yeah, bro. So my name is JBlxss, right? So instead of an I in the word bliss, you just put an X. So if you're looking at Instagram, you type in JBL like the speaker, put in an X, and you'll see my logo, and then you just click on it. Or if you're searching for me on platforms and shit, YouTube, put the J space and then put Bliss, BLXSS. It's pretty simple, you know, but it's part of the rebranding. The logo look fire. The merch is gonna be crazy. So, you know, we got it down packed, man. You know, I'm on everything. Every single song got a video, and every song is out professionally. Spotify, Apple Music, everything.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it, man. The merch and everything.
Got you.
Yeah, thank you, brother. No, man. Yeah, man. Let's do this again, bro. Hopefully next time it'll be face to face. But if not, man, this is great too, man. And maybe I'll get out to New York and whatever, man. So, but I'm gonna continue to follow you, bro. I'll continue to support you any way I can, reposting, resharing your content, supporting your content, supporting everything, bro. And you know, thanks again for coming on, man. Thank you.
Nah, for sure, bro. I appreciate you, man. When you ever out here in New York, you already know, bro. I'll take you to all the spots. You don't gotta go to Nathan's. We'll take you to the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, we don't want to do that touristy shit, bro.
Nah, no offense. No.
No. I want to do it local. Damn it, I love the local spots. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man.
Local spots are fire. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate you, man. And next time I'm out there for sure, we could do a sit down one-on-one, and we could definitely get that interview all the way out. Like, that should be cool as fuck.
Absolutely, you know? Bro. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have my man JBlxss. Go follow him. Go check his music out. Check him out on YouTube. He's all over the place. You can't miss. He's straight fire. His music is fire. His bars, his lyrics, his style, everything, man. You're gonna love it. So if you haven't had the pleasure, go check him out. You will not be disappointed. As for myself, I'm Double A. Thank you so much for being here. If you're tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, any one of the visual platforms, you know, on Roku, Pod TV, IGTV, YouTube, of course, or the audio platforms. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a rate. Leave me a review, man. Tell me how much you love me. Tell me how much you love the podcast. How much you love JBlxss, damn it.
You fucking heard? Yo, make sure the reviews are fire, too. Stop playing.
That's right, bro. Tell him, man.
Hell yeah. Be like, yo, this motherfucker says some shit.
That's right. Spitting that fire. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, JBlxss once again in the house. I'm Double A. Don't forget, we will be back next week. And I'm always going to remind you to take it easy. Thanks to JBlxss.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Have a good night, man. Take care.